We're live. I didn't have my timing right. Hey, welcome to I Dream of Jeanie on ukulele. This is our next level tough uke players get together to aggravate themselves with the song of the day. And they will all be rushing in here momentarily. If you don't have the sheet music yet, go to jollyrogerukulele.com and you'll be able to figure out what to do from there. And let me go post a link on here so they know where to come. Link, enter, edit, settings, open a new window, update, and that'll get the website set up properly. This whole week we're doing music for Halloween, and we started the week with. Oops, let me double check that this is working properly. Started our week off with yesterday with Bewitched. Bum 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 bum. It turned out to be kind of a tough song, and then today much easier song. I Dream of Jeanie. Ding 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. Also be playing tomorrow. I haven't written it yet, so I think it'll be cool. But Adam's Family, ba 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 bum, ba 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 bum. Be playing that. Thursday we're playing Time Warp. Let's do the Time Warp again from Rocky Horror, and then on Friday we will be adding in the Harry Potter medley, which we've had for 3 weeks now. Bum bum ba dum bum 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 ba da bum ba dum. Bum bum ba-dum bum. All right, so yeah, so we got some pretty cool pieces of music we're going to be doing. I just found out that I can post links to our daily broadcasts on Twitter and Facebook. YouTube has added that as part of their thing, but I don't remember what my password to Twitter is. You know, when you put these things in your phone and you're like, well, that's it. That's the last I have to think about that. So I'm going to peek it and see if I can figure out what my password was to Twitter. Wow. Okay. Let's see if that's true. Let me try this. Gary Gert. I look really weird working on this. I'm actually, the laptop is sitting on top of an Amazon box. Works out perfectly, but it makes me look weird when I'm typing and you guys are logging in looking at the video. Let's see. Oh, that is. Instrumental ukulele. I didn't Jeanie. Link via YouTube. Oh, I can. I could tweet it. Everyone can reply. Let me just try tweeting it. Tweet. Let's see what comes up. There I am. Haha, isn't that something? I'm going to start tweeting us. Instrumental ukulele. I Dream of Ukulele theme. And then they can go here and they can click on that. Oh, which, I like on that. Oh, look at that. Oh, and I'm almost live. Hey, that's cool. All right, so that's very exciting. I can also post to Facebook. I'm not going to post to Facebook. All right, goodbye, Facebook. Blah. All right, where are we at? There I am. Look at me, how delightful I am. Hogwarts. All right, so we got the Hogwarts. And there's that. All right, is everybody here? I should look and see who's logged in. Hey, Lanny, I just got your text. Yes, the harmonica version of Hedwig theme and the ukulele version are different. I've simplified dramatically to get the Harry Potter one together for that. So you guys can't play a duet necessarily. No, I don't think you can. So that one's not probably set up for you guys to do duet on. Laurel's birthday's coming up too. Mine is next Wednesday. Feel free to load me up with birthday gifts. Don't send me anything. I got it. Everything. Here's what I have. Here's what I have in life. I have a perfectly lovely laptop here and a perfectly lovely laptop here. That's number one. Number two, I have a delightful wife who takes great care of me. That's number two. And number three, I got one of these ridiculous phones. That's number three. Number four, got this, right? And number five, I have this. That's a chromatic harmonic. I can't think of anything else. And I have one of these. This is nice, right? I have one of these. That's it, really. What else do you need in life, right? Somebody who cares about me. a lot of musical instruments, and a couple of pretty decent pieces of technology. I'm set. All right. Well, Laurel and I have birthdays next week. You should send us stuff. Lynn is back. We're giving Lynn a hassle about being from New Jersey in the previous class, so she's fighting mad right now. She's going to pick a fight with us. Kat is here. I dream of Jeanie. By the way, Kat, who is way smarter than me, figured out that if you hold a harmonica like this, your knuckle lines up with the most important hole, your C hole. And that's it, right? And now you don't need to think about it anymore. That solves all of our problems. Sandy's in from Michigan. Vic is in, ready for more Eugene. Eugene is warming up. We want Eugene to be miserable and cold all winter because we want it to rain on the West Coast. Lindy is here. Red is here. Sunshine on my shoulder. We do have some sun. We actually have a beautiful day going on here in Denver. As much as I complain about the weather, today is good. Good enough that I went out and got a cup of coffee. Let's see. Lynn says actually sunny and 62 in New Jersey. Beautiful. We can live with that. Elizabeth's in. A little warmer up north. Yeah, you would think a foot of snow would put out a fire, right? You think, not that fire, man. That is brutal up there. So yeah, so that's still going on. Barbara's here. Marianne is in from Michigan again. She's chilly up there. Yes, you're in Michigan, right? It's going to be chilly. Evelyn's in. She's from Ecuador. It's perfect weather every single day there. Pauline is in from California. Cozy is in. I know where you been, Cozy. Oh, I had to drive to Pueblo to see the snow. All right. Glad you're here. Amy's in from local here. Linda's in from California. Amy's local here. And I have Henry. That's right. I forgot Henry's on my mom. You can get a free cat down at the shelter. Henry was on free day. We went and picked him up on free day. We gave him the full rental fee, and I've been paying him a monthly fee ever since then. So Henry has not. We had to have surgery on Henry, so he's still not quite my most expensive pet of all time. He's number 2. So yeah. Free cat. Well, who are they kidding? Carol is in. Cozy. Glad you're here. Manette is in. She's still up in Chicago. Christine is in from Bozeman. Clay's in from Northern California. Oh, I know, right? They've been turning off power out in California and trying to make sure that we don't get any more fires started. Ugh, so scary. Let's play I Dream of Jeanie. I do want to warn you that this is going to be in your head the rest of the day. I got the thing together earlier, and all morning long I've been hearing Donna walking around the house. Bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. So this is going to be in your head. It's going to ruin the rest of your day. Just know, I'm telling you, this is the worst earworm maybe of all time. Couple of other things. Tomorrow we will be doing Addams Family, and then after that, Time Warp. I may have to switch those. I don't know. I know which book I need to get in order to finish Addams Family, but I'm not sure where that book is, and so I'm going to run over to the studio. I think it's over there to finish it up. I have a TV themes type thing, and I like to start with somebody else's attempt to arrange it and see how I can make it better. Especially on these gadgety songs where you can't just figure them out. By the way, I know the board sucks, but it basically here it says, ukulele players, this is your theory homework. Step 1, draw a blank clef. This is a clef. It has 2 names for ukulele players. Most of you who have prior music knowledge know the first name. Do you remember its other name? Without looking at it as a reference. So can you draw it without looking at it? Okay, that's your goal tonight. Without looking at a treble clef, get your mind clear, go down, grab a piece of paper and a pencil, see if you can do it. First shot, best shot. Okay, once you can draw the secret clef, you can then order your tea towel and your coffee mug, and you are officially a musician, but you have to be able to draw the clef without looking at it first. So that's step 1. We will be adding to this over the next few weeks until you know everything there is to know about music. So that's your theory homework for today. My homework is to go over to the studio and get the fat markers instead of the skinny markers. The skinny markers are too hard to read. And I'll make these things bigger on the sheet here so you can learn every day something new and fascinating about music theory. Let's see. Jennifer is in. checking into the clef class. Yeah. See, Jennifer knows you're not supposed to say what type of clef it is, because it has two names. For harmonica, it has three names. So very exciting. All right, now I gotta get Jeanie with the. I gotta get the music up. I just realized I got a mess on my hands here. Hold on, I goofed up. I don't think I downloaded it. I was playing it all morning. I Dream of Jeanie is going to be way easier to play than yesterday's Bewitched. So just so you know, and let's talk about why. Let me go grab it real quick because I blew it, guys. I forgot to download it into this little gadget, and it's just much easier if I have it in here. So give me just a second. Talk amongst yourselves about Halloween plans. What do you got planned? Denver is in the process of locking us back down, and I don't know if they're going to have trick-or-treaters. We don't really have trick-or-treaters here anyway, but it's kind of sad. And songs, all right. So that's that. And then I got to set this here, download, ukulele, and then I go back here, and then I scroll down to I Dream of Jeanie. If you are of an age where you didn't grow up watching the reruns of this may be a new song for you. So as always, use your resources and go check out on YouTube. They did a bunch of different versions of this, and I think what I have is sort of basically what you would anticipate I Dream of Jeanie sounding like. I Dream of Jeanie ukulele PDF. Download. Okay. Okay, now I got it. All right, sorry guys. And so it's sort of a conglomeration of all of the various seasons of I Dream of Jeanie. And I think overall, I think it works pretty good. Those of you guys locally here who were working on this before we had to shut everything down, this is a different version. Remember, your version, we did not have a tough uke on it, and now you do, and that's exciting, right? So you can play it all on your own. And a lot of times when I'm working on orchestral pieces, I don't bother to put a tough uke together because you don't need to, and because you're going to have some people playing chords and some people playing melody. But when you're at home hanging out in your basement, you need to have the tough uke so that you can learn to play it in all of the different, all of the different parts simultaneously. Now, finally, I got it up. Here's what's fascinating. Okay. Music theory, those of you who are advanced music theorists, we're on a D blank, right? We're on a D key of D. And just as yesterday, the key that we're playing in and the key that comes up are different. And it's very common, especially mid-century modern jazz, sort of 1950s jazz, very common, probably still is very common. I don't listen to modern jazz because it's too hard on my ears. But you might have a song in a certain key and very rarely actually hit the main chord because you bring in all these other fascinating and cool ideas. And so that's what, just as yesterday, we're on a D in the key of D, but we're not starting with the D and it's sort of rare when it shows up in the song as a D chord. Okay, so that's one thing that's going on this piece. Second thing that's going on this piece, you basically have two songs. The beginning part, dun dun da 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 dun 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 da dun da dun 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 da dun da dun dun dun. So that's the first part, and then you're gonna play that twice, right? Because you repeat, takes you to 7, goes back to 1. Then you have this middle section, which we would call the B section. Da dum da 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 dum da dum dum da dum da dum 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 da dum da dum 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 dun da dum dum, and that's what you got going on. Through the middle section, quite a bit different. Measure 16 into 17 is a lot different than everything else that comes before or after it. And then we go back to the middle of measure 17 to the end. We go back to the main idea of the song. So it's set up as AABA, and it's a fairly short song, but you got plenty of stuff to keep you busy. The other thing I did, those of you guys who worked on this locally, remember we had the melody pulling over measures. I've cleaned that up here so we don't have any of that clear up until measure 16 when you just have to pull the melody through. After three, there's no one like, and so we pull that into measure 17. Patricia, I drew it without looking, a skill I didn't know I had. Patricia's done her homework. Okay, you guys should do it too. Jennifer, we had a number of Halloween. Yeah. Oh yeah, right. Heck yeah. There you go. Nice, nice. So Jennifer's got. We hung up skeletons in front of our door. We're going to have a door decorating contest here. All right, now you probably didn't know this had words to it. Okay, those of us who grew up with this as the TV theme song to I Dream of Jeanie. By the way, I saw Barbara Eden just the other day doing something, and she's still doing the Jeanie thing. Like she knows people love her because of being the Jeanie. And so she's, significantly beyond her 20s at this point. And they had her do something, and she went, did this, what she used to do in the show. But yes, there are words. Let's talk about the words. Let me read the first lyric to you. Okay. When I handed this out the first time, I changed this lyric because it's so irritating. Jeanie, fresh as a daisy, just love, pay attention, how she obeys me, does things that just amaze me. So I got rid of that in my first version of this. Now I'm put it back because that's the real version, real lyrics. She smiles, presto, the rain goes. She blinks, up come the rainbows. Cars stop. What? Cars stop. Even the train goes slow. Okay, so they were clearly just putting in whatever words there to fill up the spot. I'm aware that the phrase how she obeys me as a positive thing is problematic at best. But those are the real lyrics. I don't own them. Write to Montenegro and Kay and talk to them how their attitude in 1966 about genies who obey their masters worked out. Then when she goes by, she paints sunshine on every rafter, which is cute, right? Sprinkles the air with laughter. That's also nice. We're close as a quarter after three. That's such a funny lyric. Again, I think they're just tossing in words there, but it works. And we're close as a quarter after three. So why not two or one? What was three? Three. Did three rhyme? Is that why it's there? No, it doesn't rhyme with anything. Yeah, so three is an odd choice of hours to pick, but it worked. She just let him. Yeah, she just let him think she was in charge. Yeah, if you are magical, you're in charge. That's how it works, right? If you are have the ability to change time and space with the blink of an eye, you're in charge. An analog clock, right? Quarter after. Oh, Amy, rock star. All right. It's not a random choice, is it? Thank you, Amy. The hands are on top of each other. Oh, both hands. All right, guys. Lindy. Oh, she's a genie. Of course, she's supposed to obey. Rhymes with me. Oh, look at you guys. See? All right. Funny part, Jeanie never obeyed and did. Yeah. At the end of the day, Jeanie did what Jeanie was going to do. So, all right. Thank you for the quarter after three reference. I didn't get it. So, thank you. Thank you. That's why we keep everybody around, right? As a community, we will figure this out. All right. Let's talk about your chords, and they do come to play throughout the tough uke line. And again, when you have E minor and you have an E note, you're going to have this problem of 0-4-0, and it doesn't sound all that great on ukulele. If you have a low G ukulele, it solves that problem by having a lower note here. But that's just never going to sound awesome. I did try 4-4-0, and it didn't sound as Jeanie-like as 0-4-4. So pretend that this is a magical sound. G, and then you're going to have your E minor 7, and then you're going to go to A, fresh as a daisy. Then you're going to go to D chord, just love. Okay, and if you're double jointed, you could pull up and open that up, right? D, D6, but I can't do that. So I just go D, D. how she obeys me. Then you go back to E minor. Does things that just amaze me. So I'm just now remembering. Remember Esmeralda, and then there was the dude who was the warlock who came around, and none of them ever followed the rules, and they were all naughty all the time. I remember as a little boy being like, "I don't like those guys. They cause trouble." Okay. Um, and then you go back, repeat 1 through 7, and then when you come into 8, the second time through, even the train goes slow, and then I put you in tough uke. I put in a glissando there to give you a chant transition. When she goes by. Okay, that's a D7. You can feel the transition. By. On your, if you're singing, just use the easy G minor 7. It's just a B flat without your ring finger. She paints, and it's a cool chord, right? She paints sunshine on every, and then your F major 7 is a bummer. Okay, F chord, pinky on 3, ring on 4. Rafter. Let me give you a hint on this. If you don't use this and just use your regular F chord with the 3, it's going to be fine. Rafter. Okay, it's cooler if you can get that there, but you don't need to do that. It sounds much more magical if you get your pinky up there. Rafter. But if you don't get it there, just use your F chord with the 3. Rafter. It'll be fine. Okay. Let's see. Laurel says, remember Uncle Arthur? Paul Lind. That's right. Paul Lind was hilarious. All right. D minor with your pinky is a D minor 7. Sprinkles the, and this is a cool moment, this B flat. Air with, it sort of drops it down to turn it into your G minor. Laughter. We're close as a quarter after 3. And then NC means no chord. There's no one like Jeanie. I'll introduce her to you, but it's no use, sir, 'cause my Jeanie's in love with me. Okay, so that's what's going on there. That middle section is quite different than the rest of the song, and actually very fun. There's a lot of really cool tones in there. With jazz music, with this sort of it's not just a jazz standard necessarily, but there's very standard chords that you would see in jazz from the 40s and 50s. It was nice to almost every chord, not every chord, but almost every chord they add in an extra note to create kind of this more interesting chord structure, and it really works, and it's really quite lovely. Let's see. You're like, Uncle Arthur, Paul Lind, that's funny. And remember the neighbor across the street, what was her name? She's always keeping an eye on Jeanie, and she's always like, that girl's up to something, and she could never prove it. I can't remember what was her name. Or was that Bewitched? Anyway, there was a girl across the street. Chords only. Chords only is way too tough for this girl. That's why we play tough, you guys. Gladys Kravitz, that's her name, and she was in Bewitched. Okay, that's what Gladys Kravitz. That's funny. Loved her. All right. Still a thing, right? Like if you look over, like I got 3 big buildings. Well, really 1, 2, 3, 4 big buildings all around us, and we can kind of look in their windows, Gladys Kravitz style. All right, let's play the melody. Just make sure you know what the melody is. Some of you may not have grown up with this show. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's try it again. Let's go. Even come close to getting it right even one time. Let's start from the beginning, first time through, play that twice. And Gary, remember that pinkies are played on 4s. Okay, from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the top. Okay, and then we go kind of quickly through this. When she goes by. Okay, and then really hit that 3 good, and then go to your 5s. Oops, hold on, page 2. Let it ride. So I didn't give you a chord at the end this time. Bong. If I remember right in the show, that's how that kind of ends. Dee 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 ding. Bong, I think is how they ended it. I didn't actually go back through and listen to any of the recordings of Jeanie, but a couple years ago when I put this thing together the first time, I remember doing that, and I think it ends with bong. Ours is going to end with bong. All right, let's talk through the tough uke. You got an idea how the song goes. 040. I hate that with all of my heart and soul. It kind of depends on the quality of your ukulele. I've got a pretty decent ukulele in my hand right now. 040 sounds kind of magical, kind of cool. We've got it in Harry Potter as well. Right? You can't, if your ukulele sounds horrid, try 440. It gets a little bit more of a bounce out of that top string as opposed to 040. Either of those might work for you, but I'm going to go with 040. I think it's the best choice. And then your E minor 7. Grab your A. This is a little bit challenging. A chord with your ring finger on 2. And then lift it up. Pinky on 4. And then back to the 2. Okay. Grab your D chord, probably, or you may want to just go ahead and grab your whole bar here. And that's cool. Okay. Hit it again, and then 5-4. Pinky, 4, bar, open. 040, 0202, A chord with the 2. And then just grab your bar here. And then go right in. Don't linger, don't dilly-dally. This is one thing I kept finding out about this. I wanted to either add another measure to give you time to get up there, but then I thought, you know what, let's just make this thing happen. Okay, so boom. And then grab your 040, A chord. Second ending. Okay. That little 2-2-2-2, I put a glissando on there. I'm like, make this thing matter. Okay, and then you make it matter and go right into your 2. And you don't need to lift up your bar. And now you got to go to a D chord. Okay, that's a cool moment too. Now here's what I'm delighted by. G minor 7th is what we use if we're singing. That's beautiful. But you have a G minor 7th hanging out up here. It's your G chord shape, but just put it on 5, and it's even cooler. Okay, so this is the chord we want. This is the chord we get. Very rarely when I move way up here do I think, oh, that's better. But in this case, it's way better than the original G minor 7th. Okay, so play that twice. And a C chord on 5. bend down to a regular C chord, C7, F chord with your 3. Now, let's talk about that. You can do F chord, ring, and pinky if you think you're all that, right? Which is way cooler, but you have to be deciding that I'm going to do this every single time. I'm going to get it perfect every single time. It sounds so cool. But I'm not going to do that because I'm going to miss that pinky every time. So I'm just going to play a regular F chord with a 3 on the bottom. Okay. Then you go to D minor 7th. Isn't that beautiful? B flat. It's so weird that that B flat is there. And then a G minor. It's almost feeling like a normal song. Then lift up. It's 1, 2, 3, or 3, 2, 1. Again, super weird tone. And then E minor 7th with no bottom on it. That's so awesome. And then you're going to go to straight melody. And then right back to the main idea. Nice. This D chord, we've done this one a million times. Bar on 2, pinky on 5. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so don't lift up to your bar. 2, 3, 4. And that's how we end it. Okay. It is awesome. Let's see. Love when she blinked. Jennifer, why we still see people do that. Blink, go away. Blink. Still a joke. All right, Jennifer, love it. So I'm delighted how this came out on ukulele. I think that you have a really fun piece of music that there's no tone in this thing that absolutely sets the standard of like, yes, this is exactly makes sense until the very end. So you got a whole 2 pages of weirdness followed by a blong, right? All right, so let's give it a try. Not fast, okay? We're just learning today. You're gonna, and by the way, this is already in your head for the rest of the day, so you might as well spend a little bit of time practicing it when we're done here. From the top, very slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Amy's rewriting it. What does she got? You could add a little bit at the end. Top string 502. Top string 50. Oh yeah, ba bum bum bum, right? That's what she's doing, right? So if you want to do bum ba dum bum bum, yeah, so you could do that on and on the bottom string, right? So on string number 1, she's adding after the 5, and then 0245. Do it again. Yeah, that's a fun thing to do. If you want to do that, add that onto your arrangement. I'm not going to add it onto this one. I'm going to just let because that adds. I don't know. Yeah, but add it in. Let's see. So we're getting top of the music notation. Yeah. So that is fun. All right, let's play it one more time. We got enough time. You might play it at about a speed where you can get most of it. Again, guys, those of you in this class, I'm assuming a lot of stuff about your ukulele set. If you're newer, this is not really meant for you. If you are newer, you're playing melody, right? Dum dum da dum da dum dum. That's an important skill. That in and of itself is the most important thing that we work on around here. But the rest of you guys, if you're playing tough uke, I want to slow it down enough where it makes sense, where you guys can play it a little bit fast. Your goal, obviously, get it to 140. That's crazy fast. Dum dum da dum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum 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 bum. That's what you're looking for. But I don't think I will never play at that speed because I slow everything down and turn everything into a rock ballad. I want everything at 100. But the idea is start slow, build your speed up. Whatever level you're playing at, these are the type of chords I'm looking through here. Every one of these chords is going to come up, except for F major 7, is going to come up in your regular instrumental ukulele life. It's going to be a normal thing that happens. And so when you come up with that, when you're working on your chords, it's going to be time well spent, to spend your little bit of time. Right? That series of chords will come up in your life. So they're showing up here. We're not wasting our time. As I said, the F major 7, I don't ever. It is a super cool chord, but I don't think I've ever hit it at speed in any concert for any reason. But it would be cool if you could. And then if you're working on chords, those are good chords to work on. Melody, obviously, if you're newer, and then of course those of you guys have been around for a long time. This is what we do. This is creating these kind of cool chord melody arrangements, and then you guys taking your, Amy's already busy rewriting the ending. I want you to do that. I want you to make these pieces your own piece of music. So let me see what's going on over here. Christine likes it. Fran, I never realized how pretty this tune was. Yeah, it's actually, oddly enough, a horrifying earworm. It really gets into your head. And then when you start to look at, oh my gosh, these are really competent jazz musicians putting in all this depth of tone underneath there with these really fascinating chords. It's really fun as a ukulele arranger to take these weirdo chords and see how much of it you can capture and hang on to in here. Because as always, they got a band of 20 guys that are highly trained musicians. That's who's creating the music for us from a listener perspective, and then to fit it all onto 4 strings on this guy, sometimes you make choices, right? So Kat says, all that orchestra practice really has made me much better at picking up the melody. Yeah, see it turns out that when she's talking about orchestra practice, she's talking about Monday nights, right? We spend a lot of time just blasting through melodies, making you suffer for your love of ukulele, but all of a sudden you start finding out, hey man, my hands got to go fast. I'm just going to pick this out. This one is a little bit of a challenge because you got 4s. We don't do a ton of 4s in life, but you will on these more, a little bit more. Gary, do you play with the spoons? No, I've never played spoons. I should though, huh? I don't have any of those percussion instruments over at the shop. I have my percussion instrument. We got one of those boards that that make all the loops, and so that's my new drum that I've been messing around with. Though lots of us, my age and up, right? Maybe not so much. My age for sure. We grew up being babysat by Gilligan's Island, Bewitched, I Dream of Jeanie, Flintstones. Trying to think, Jetsons. That's who I grew up with, and so this kind of stuff is dead square exactly what I want to be working on. First two notes are also echoed in Hamilton when they sing "Rise Up." First time I heard it. There you go. See, Hamilton, that guy, Lin-Manuel stealing the intro to I Dream of Jeanie. He grew up probably watching the same stuff we did. All right, one last time, all the way through, not fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bum, bum, bum. I got to write down what 02405. 0245. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good change. All right, way to go. All right, guys. Number one, make sure you can do this without looking at it. Number two, make sure you're practicing bewitched, but and he calls her a witch in that, which I don't support. Then me practicing I Dream of Jeanie, he calls her obedient in that, which I don't support. Taking a minute every now and then to run through your Harry Potter, and everything about Harry Potter is perfect. J.K. Rowling has kind of lost her mind the last few weeks, a few months, and so some of you are been paying attention to her, poor thing. Making some very non-economically oriented statements. You're also working on your D minor arpeggio on page 8. And then I will be getting Adam's Family out or Time Warp tonight. I'm not sure which one I'll get to totally finished. Both of those I got to spend quite a bit of time on. So we'll do that. And then make sure you got on your calendar next week. We switch over to Christmas music. I will be gone all next week, but I will post plenty of things to keep you from running out and screaming in the streets that you don't have any ukulele to work on. And so I'll make sure that I can get that stuff posted up for you. And then we proceed through that. I'm going to make a few changes to my schedule, but it does not affect this class or the one before it or the one before that. So it's just my afternoon classes. I'm going to push those up to the mornings to give me more time to write in the afternoon. That's where I'm running into trouble, is I just don't have enough of a block of time after work here to write the music for you guys. And so I'm going to make a couple of changes to the schedule. to make things go a little bit more smoothly. I'm hoping. And I'm also, I haven't signed up for it yet, but I'm probably going to take a class in the spring. So that's what's going on. Hope you guys are having fun with this stuff. This is stuff that's, it's not really Halloween music, right? But it's fun. It's hopefully fun for you to have some sort of weird stuff. If this, when we get to Halloween on Saturday and it's not going to go the way it's gone in the past, maybe you have an opportunity to play some music for everybody, which would be fun, right? Let's see, Amy. First, let's see, where did we leave off? I don't remember where we left off. Me too. Glad you didn't add the Twilight Zone. Locally, we were going to do a magic show, right? And that was going to be what we were working on. And for the new members, I gave them Bewitched, I Dream of Jeanie, Twilight Zone. I think were the three pieces. And in the Twilight Zone, if you remember, it goes da 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 dun dun dun, and it was awesome, except everybody hated it. So yeah, I'm not giving you Twilight Zone. You're welcome, Barbara. Glad you're here. Patty, good to see you. Have a great day. Pauline, good to see you. Another fun class. Okay, good. Amy, love the D minor arpeggio. It's good, guys. Work on that D minor arpeggio. It's one of those ones that came out really nice. You're welcome, Lindy. Okay, thank you. Okay, keep playing, guys. It's gonna work. Do good. Be safe. Keep practicing. Keep showing up. Like and subscribe. Elizabeth. Yeah, the D minor one's one of the prettier ones. Evelyn, hasta luego. Yeah, you bet. Cozy, about time you made it back. Glad you're here, dude. Lanny, I'll see you in baritone. Okay, good. Jennifer, guitar and baritone, I'm going to move to the morning. So guitar, I think I'm going to start in the morning with guitar at 9 and baritone at 10. I think that's my current plan. So I think that's probably what will happen. Just need a little more time in the afternoon to get my writing done, and I'm failing on that. Lynn, glad you're here. Thank you. Very fun. Minette, you bet. No problem. Glad you're here. Thank you. I don't say no problem. You're welcome. That's the correct phrase. Linda, mahalo. I'll see you in baritone. Lindy. I'm teaching them Hedwig's theme on harmonica. What is this world? This is how you know the world has gone off the rails. Sandy, good to see you. Thanks for being here. And Fran, good to see you. All right, guys. Have a wonderful afternoon. I will see all of you some of you in baritone, some of you in guitar, and some of you tomorrow. So have a great night.